Hello friends, my name is Sunil Ranjan and I am an English teacher. Now in this video, I have come up with Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa by Nissim Ezekiel. Now first, telling you about Nissim Ezekiel. Nissim Ezekiel was born in Bombay in an Indian Jewish family. He had the amazing poetic spark in him. His poems reveal a keen analytical mind struggling to make order out of the chaos he finds around him. He endeavors to adjust and attune the manner of expression to the temper of the new age. He breaks away from the highly inflated diction of the earlier poets by cultivating a modern idiom charged with irony and understatement. He has written both in traditional verse forms and free verse. Pound, Eliot, Yeats, Rook, Spender, and Auden had been major influence in his writing. The central themes in his poetry are love, integration of the contemporary Indian scene, modern urban life, and spiritual values. His poetry reflects a development from the predominantly external world of flesh and bone to myths of light. Now, about the poem Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa. So here the poem begins, and then after the lines I will offer the explanation. Friends, our dear sister is departing for foreign in 2-3 days, and we are meeting today to wish her bon voyage. Now here the poem begins on a happy note, with someone addressing the people who have gathered to wish Miss Pushpa a happy journey, as the lady is leaving the country for a foreign land within 2 or 3 days. Now the text again. You are all knowing friends what sweetness is in Miss Pushpa. I don't mean only external sweetness, but internal sweetness. Miss Pushpa is smiling and smiling, even for no reason but simply because she is feeling. Now the explanation is, the speaker praises Miss Pushpa for her sweetness, not only the external sweetness while dealing with others, but her internal sweetness as well, as she always keeps smiling, as that reflects how happy she keeps herself all the time. Now coming to the text again. Miss Pushpa is coming from very high family. Her father was renowned advocate in Balsar or Surat. I am not remembering now which place. Surat. Oh yes, once only I stayed in Surat with family members of my uncle's very old friend. His wife was cooking nicely. That was long time ago. Now the explanation is, the person further informs that Miss Pushpa comes from a high-class family, as her father had been a well-known advocate in Balsar or Surat. The person admits that he or she does not remember the exact place, but soon recalls his or her stay in Surat once with family members of his or her uncle's very old friend, and how his wife cooked so well. The speaker says that such visit had happened long time back. Now coming to the poem. Coming back to Miss Pushpa, she is most popular lady with men also and ladies also. Whenever I asked her to do anything, she was saying, just now only I will do it. That is showing good spirit. I am always appreciating the good spirit. Now the explanation goes, the speaker now shifts back to speaking about Miss Pushpa. He or she says, the speaker, it may be he or she. So he or she says that Miss Pushpa is the most popular lady, not only with men but women also. On a personal note, the speaker says that whenever he or she asked her to do anything, she was ever ready to do that, then and there only, without any hesitation. Her readiness shows her good spirit, and the speaker always appreciates such a good spirit. Now, coming to the text. Pushpa, Miss is never saying no. Whatever I or anybody is asking, she is always saying yes. And today she is going to improve her prospect, and we are wishing her bon voyage. Now I ask other speakers to speak, and afterwards Miss Pushpa will do summing up. Now here, admiring the lady, Miss Pushpa, the speaker further says that Miss Pushpa never says no. She is ever ready to say yes, charged by her willingness to cooperate with others. The speaker informs that the time for her to go has come finally, and she is going to leave for the foreign land in order to brighten her career prospects, and all are there to wish her a happy journey. After finishing his or her speech, the speaker invites others to say something, and afterwards Miss Pushpa will do the summing up. Through this poem, though this poem has been labeled as a satire by many, the short and sweet poem is filled with humor and the spirit of expression that crosses the boundary of language. Any language changes when it crosses its land of origin, and the same thing happens here. The spirit of the poem sparkles with its elements of humor that delight one's senses. This is one of Ezekiel's most famous poems, both because of its subject matter and the way in which it was written. Ezekiel uses a style of speaking that many people in India use when speaking English, particularly when English is their second language. This type of English deviates from standard English, but it is spoken by a large number of Indians. Ezekiel's use of this English demonstrates his commitment to the everyday life as a poet. His realism adds pleasure and humor to the overall message of the poem, since the ability to speak English happens to be a status symbol in India. The speaker makes several mistakes that are humorous for one who is familiar with standard English. The speaker strives for humor. He or she appears to be a light-hearted and interesting person who continues to stay positive while speaking. His or her narrative style is also representative of the everyday life with no lofty or inflated expressions. However, English does communicate any social superiority which the narrator is attempting to flaunt through his usage of bon voyage, his tangent about his travels, and his mention of Miss Pushpa's social class. Such a flaunting of social superiority during his speech does not go well with the way he speaks. Through this poem, Ezekiel wryly comments on post-colonial India's fascination with going abroad. He uses this poem to parody the Indian fixation on going abroad in the hope that it will improve their career prospects. Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa T.S. is in line with a lot of Ezekiel's later works. It is in free verse. Ezekiel is unafraid of colloquial language in his poem, as is the case for many of his other poems, in which he satirizes Indian culture. Colloquial language, or the language spoken by common people, allows for humor in a poem that delights the readers. So here I come to the end of the poem with its explanation. And friends, if you subscribe to my channel, I promise that I'll be coming up with quality videos for you from time to time. Thank you.